Well, friends, welcome to tonight's live, mini live. That's what we call it, pretty much. Thank you very much for checking in tonight. Let's see who has checked in so far. David, thank you very much for checking in. Cheryl, thank you very much for checking in. Angela Atkinson, thank you very much for checking in. David, at this point, I think I'm on the same side where you are at this point in time. They're playing with my intelligence, but it's more than that. I feel like not even the Amber character knows why she has forgiven Anton at this point in time. I don't think she knows. I don't think she knows exactly what she's doing. I think the character is actually lost. If you ask me, I feel like that's where they are with the character. The character is really lost.
Made you forgive me.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
like I told you before, it was
Mm-hmm.
God.
No, but like, what really, really made you forgive me?
Yeah, like saying God doesn't make any sense. God makes us do a lot of things. God is a bunch of different things. So just saying, hey, God make me forgive you. God do this and God do that. I feel like you're just kind of using God's name in vain at this point in time. It doesn't mean anything anymore, and it's almost like it's starting to sound just very monotonous of saying God, God, God. There must be a reason or some realization or actualization that make you come to some conclusion. So saying God makes no sense at all.
And I made my mistakes as much as
Hold on, man. Stop. Jeff, me totally agree with you. Boredom made her forgive him because you're going to start off with you've made your mistakes. So what we're doing now is comparing mistakes. So in other words, if I've done something from whatever it is, me ask you to forgive me, and then all of a sudden you just go out and willfully go do your own thing. I much just say, okay, sure, yeah, hey, I made my mistakes, I'm gonna live in the past. It makes no sense. It makes no sense at all at this point.
I try to act like
Mm.
they weren't as heavy as yours because we
Mm.
weren't actually married.
Mhm.
I know I hurt you. I know that it was painful. And I just kind of felt like, I felt like this was my karma. I thought you standing up at Rose's wedding was my karma.
So what was that then? That was just a moment in time. So what I'm talking about, it's like you're not sure exactly what y'all are doing. You know what? Let me just read some comments. Teresa says, I think they're both still together for financial appearances. Thank you very much. May I agree with it. I totally agree with that sentiment. I think it makes sense. Um Senorita says, what's with the 21 questions? What is he up to? It's a bunch of questions because him can just question her, not to be very fair with him, Senorita K. He is able to ask her a bunch of just nonsensical questions for no reason. It's cringy to watch. That's what Goddess London says. Goddess London, it's cringy to watch it because now I'm starting to dislike the Amber character. Like I'm now feeling that the Amber character is a waste of my time watching. Like I felt like the Amber character is down in the dumpster, if you ask me. The naivety has been so dumb now that it's now hard to watch the Amber character be this dumb. Honestly. But let me ask you, maybe it's just O'Neill feeling this way. Is is the Amber character too dumbed down to watch? Let me ask y'all a question, because maybe it's just O'Neill feel this way. One for yes and two for no. It's like it just get dumbed down. It makes no sense. It just says the same thing over and over again.
But then when I walked in and saw you and Shayla in that bed,
Mm.
and the feeling that I had, I thought if you felt anything like that when you found out about me and Wayne, who am I not to forgive you?
Yet again, so we're going back to the whole Wayne story again. I could understand if the Wayne story had just happened, then fine. That was the idea of it, and then you could go to that. But look, people gonna make mistakes. We know this in a lifetime. But if I did something back in the past and me asked her to forgive me and me truly and truly said, you know what? I really did this thing and I'm sorry for whatever it is. And you say, you know what, O'Neill, me forgive you, you know, it's all cool, everything good, we're gonna move forward. Me not expect you to just get up one day and do something else because you're saying, hey, whatever it is. No, I don't expect you to do that. Me expect no faith to continue and get better as I go along. So it makes no sense. Everything what she has said to me can throw it through the window. It makes no sense. It makes no sense because it no, it sounds just kind of different. Let me read a comment, Quez. Because I know you put a comment up there. Let me see Quez comment. Quez put a comment up there, but okay, I guess it gone. Jeff says Amber's been I saw Amber's been a bird. Shayla's bigger bird, so it made her shine a little bit more. At this point in time, that's kind of what it's looking like, Jeff, to be honest with you. Amber needs some deep some deep therapy and to leave Anthony alone. We wish she could, but she's not showing us that. Like she just really and truly not showing us that at all. My heart is in his hands ministry. Amber forgave Anthony for the same reason I forgave my husband. Forgiving your spouse doesn't keep them from reaping. So from reaping. Okay, I think he's saying reaping. My husband had a stroke and almost everything because, okay, yes, I truly understand her. I like what you're saying, but I feel like, okay, while I understand that, and I love this, thank you very much. Thank you for being so candid. My heart is in his hands. Thank you for being so candid. My only problem with that statement, though, is that it feels as though Amber is dragging herself into a place of apathy consistently, and you can't be in apathy. If you say you're sorry, then you're sorry. It's up to me now to say, all right, you know, I forgave you, and that's just the thing. And if I say I forgive you, then so be it. I'm not saying what you did was right, but if I say I forgive you, my duty now is to look to see if you have changed. That's my duty. And the truth is, if we really have to run the Amber story, she has not done anything since the thing that she did doing before she get married. Now, mark you. Again, if I had found out, would I take her back? No. But the truth is, I'm calling a spade a spade. So keeping that alive in your memory is a bit much, but I understand you. Don't worry, I understand you totally.
Wow. You are a very good woman.
I'm a very flawed woman.
Well, that's the first time she's mentioned that. I mean, she kept talking about being the perfect wife. Nobody knows where this is going. So you all are speculating. We are speculating. We don't know where it's going at this point in time, Angela. We are. Because we have seen nothing that sends us anywhere. Writing is supposed to send you in one direction or the other. It's kind of plateaued at this point in time. So we don't even know how to follow it. And that's not a great thing. To say that we don't know where it's going because we're speculating is not a great thing because it actually means that the writing has plateaued. The characters have plateaued to a level where we don't understand what they're trying to give us from the story. And in writing, you're supposed to give the audience some inkling as to where you're trying to go with the story. The only thing we can see from the story at this point in time is that Amber is going back into the past again to tell us how flawed she is. We've heard this already. We hear it before. It's boring. It's where I'm coming from. It's a self-righteous act. No, give us nothing. But hey, let's read some comments. I think Amber just don't want to see Shayla with Anthony, and that's why she's putting herself through all of this. May I agree with you, Stephanie. At this point in time, I totally agree with you. It's a waste of time.
But I am a woman that is
Mm-hmm.
seeking to correct my wrongs, seeking to be in God's will, and to be obedient. And ultimately, we reap what we sow, right? That's what
Again, it don't sound right because it sounds like it's a self-righteous comment. It sounds like you're creating karma for yours. This is my thing about this. This is how the lines sound. Does Amber sound like she is creating karma for herself? That's the way it sound like to me. One for yes and two for no. It no make no sense because let's work it out. You catch your husband, right? With a man, whatever it is. And the truth is, okay, so you get that particular thing, and we told you, so you get that karma there. But you sitting down now and saying, okay, so now What I'm going to do is, now that I caught this man doing this because I was doing this before, right? All of a sudden now, you're going to say, well, you know what? I'm going to take back the same man and allow the man to mistreat me, because that's what's really and truly happening. I'm going to allow him to mistreat me. So that's what it feel like. It feel like you're creating the karma. Like it's not true karma. It sound like you're trying to say it's karma, but it's not karma. You're creating it. She just take him to keep him. She can take him, keep him, but he has no respect for her. And he's truly a sister wife. Speak up so we can hear you. Exactly. It's not you in a sense. Kenyatta, what Kenyatta said. What Kenyatta said. Donna, I think that since Wayne present like a Christian thing, our expectations was what it should be. Should make sense. Some of it go from like a biblical place, but that's what them give us. I mean, hey, them give us a biblical view of things. So why not? People going you view it biblically.
Biblical, but God is a forgiving God, and I could never put myself above Him. So if He can forgive me, I have to forgive you.
Again, so it make it seem as though it making it seem as though the only way Amber can forgive him, can forgive Anthony, is being with him, and that no make sense. That's what she's saying. So in other words, maybe I have to ask the question of that. So the way how Amber going at each other from they get back together, I'm surprised she's not pregnant. Anyways, do you have to be with a man or woman after a cheating episode to forgive them? That are my question upon the scene right now. One for yes, and two for no. Maybe you can tell me that. That's what it feel like to me. It feel like that's what it is. I came in when I saw Jesus' popping phrase. Had I known these kids were demonic, I would have. Adrian, no worry, you get to meet some nice people like ourselves that are on here who try to, while it gives us all of this, it kind of, I guess give us something to talk about and explore some topics. That's what we'll always do. But I got you. This is so childish and boring at the same time. Move on, please. It is boring to keep watching Amber try to dumb herself down so she can try to teach some lesson that we can't see. Because I don't see the lesson. I'm sorry. Trapstar says Anthony's not godly, a godly man, so this makes no sense. And Amber is torturing herself. She needs to get rid of Anthony. It just doesn't make sense to me. I've never seen someone try to dumb themselves down to say, hey, I have to learn karma. That's self-sabotage. That don't make sense. I'm not agreeing with that. I'm not agreeing with that. I'm gonna need to work on her self-esteem and leave Anthony alone and work on her. Anthony's not into her. He's not. If he was into you, he'd have been doing way more. He would be. Just that's what it is. You know what I mean? It just don't make sense. Michelle, wait a Michelle, this is not biblical. If there is no real correction and trust, is not going to work. It's not biblical. And so that's why we're not believing it. No, the character has lost whatever it is. In a sense, two wrongs don't make a right. Amber is causing herself more harm. Dealing with this man, to me, it would be easier to let him go. Exactly. Donna, we agree with you, no? Trust me, I agree with you. Even I agree with you. It don't make sense. Sitting down with a man who is not that interested in you because him say him interested, but then the man barely do anything at all. It don't make sense. It don't make sense. Let me see where you say my heart is in his hands. Anthony might look like he's winning now, but his pride comes before destruction. What you sow, you'll reap. I understand. Makes sense. It just feels to me like my heart is in his hands. It feels to me like Amber is just overcooking this entire thing. It feels like the Amber character is overdoing forgiveness. She overdo the forgiveness thing. She's overdoing the turn the other cheek thing. I feel like it's being overdone. I think that it's being overdone because the truth is, you know, while Jesus was forgiving, he still did certain things. Him still get some things done. He did turn over the table, didn't he? So it's like a whole heap of things that just doesn't. I don't know. It feels like it's overcooked. She doesn't. My heart is in his hands. Amber doesn't have to get back at him. She doesn't have to get back at him either. Anthony will undo himself if he doesn't truly repent and change. I agree with you, but she doesn't have to be with him. That's what I say. I want her to get pregnant by Wayne. At this point, David, may I agree with you, because I feel like that would be a karma. I guess that would be a bit of a karma. I guess that would be a karma. You know what I mean? But it's like I don't know. She need to go in a different direction. I think David, I agree with them. I think she need to go into a different direction. Charmaine says because Amber is not loud like Shayla all the time. She has dumbed herself down. She has. And Charmaine may agree with it. The Amber character has been dumbed down for no reason. It's just it doesn't make sense. I don't have to be with you to forgive you. I can forgive you and move on. This is not a good message. Me not like the message. It make okay. The message is saying if a woman is being beaten to frazzle and being mistreated, she must just stick in a relationship. And me can't agree with that. Where's Michelle? Who we were talking today. This one I'm telling her Michelle. So with you, maybe I will watch the content a little bit more. This is what I was talking about, Michelle. Me cannot agree with a woman dumbing herself down and taking all sort of abuse for nothing at all. Me can't agree with that. Because me don't want to see my mother or my daughter going through any of those two things. So that don't make sense to me. What was Anthony doing for Amber before he was caught? Not much. Not much. Really and truly not much. It overdone. Nicole says yes, it's overdone until it really doesn't make any sense. It don't make no sense. It start to make no sense. Nicole, it overcook, man. It overcook. It overcook. What I think what people are saying is they want something new. Them just say wait, but what David is saying, we want another person for Amber because at this point we don't see the reason. We don't see the reason why she's with Anthony. She doesn't know why she's forgiving him. Because she said many different things. She has been saying a myriad of things. Oh, well, I'm forgiving because I'm just forgiving for what? Forgiving for. We've been hearing about the forgiveness for ages now. You know what I mean? It's like, it doesn't make sense. Anthony not sure same dead, eh? You know what I mean? It's just, it's the same thing over and over. So we want something else. Kenyatta said these people are over 40. So, I never played middle school games. Well, one of the things I've said when Kenyatta is that people tend to behave like they're still in high school. Some people actually say this. There we go. Jeff, this, this I might take, Jeff. Too many conversations and not enough actions. Jeff, me love that comment here. Are there too many conversations and not enough actions? Me love this comment, Jeff. One for yes, and two for no. This comment is great, Jeff. That's kind of what I was saying. When Anthony was going with Shayla, we saw a bunch of action. Anthony give Shayla a whole heap of action. The moment him get back with Amber, we not seen no action. All we have seen is her at home. Him not even okay. And this way I say I thought they would have gone on some type of a vacation because that since him can work anywhere from in the world. Remember, these people are entrepreneurs. So I would have thought that they would have gone on some vacation to go mend their marriage alone. Alone. In other words, by themselves without any interfering forces. Instead, they have stayed in Atlanta. That's why I say. It's too much. It overcooked. Anthony went for the hammer on Wayne when he found out about them. Exactly. That's what he did. Street poet, that's exactly what him do. Wayne is the Achilles heel and Wayne will always come up. How much time it Wayne come up? David happened from one man to the next. So, she happened from one man to the next. Well, me no know, she needs something else. Amber shouldn't have kept that bird, Shayla, around her marriage, especially knowing Shayla was single and a bird. Stephanie, I've always said this. I don't know, say I was very vocal in saying that Amber destroyed her marriage with Shayla. She did. But there's nothing to save because you already involved this woman who should not have been involved. And maybe To me, the sign from God is it is time to let Anthony go. This is what I think the story. The story is about letting go, learning to let go and let God. Is the story for Amber? Because somebody generally say, let go and let God. In other words, let go and let God do him work. That's what me think the story is. But I think Amber and two for no. Is this the story? Let go and let God. Trust the process. If Anthony wants Shayla so bad, then he need to go to her and leave Amber alone. Ain't nobody holding him. Philip is more than just, it's more than just Anthony at this point. It's many other questions to ask. True. Listen to me, man. It's more than just them little pieces there. M. Johnson, let me see a comment. M. Johnson, let me see a comment from him. Let me put up a comment, M. Johnson. O'Neill, if she's gonna let Anthony go, when Anthony start meeting with Shayla's friend, and Shayla turns around to tell her, she need to let go and let God. She need to let go. In my thing, the story is her not being able to let him go. And something have to make a man walk. I don't know why she feels she can't make the man walk, but that's to me, that's where the story is. Amber's unwillingness to let this man go. She can't let go the man. Yeah, she can't let go the man. At this, Sheila doing the same thing. She can't let go the man either. So she hold on to this man for this particular time. Let him go. If Wayne was going to write it the way where Anthony gets dogged out, he should have let Amber get divorced at least. So, at least that. Brandy, where's the Brandy? Wait until she finds out Anthony was already messing with Shayla when he found out Amber was going to look so stupid. You're right, O'Neill. She's creating her own karma. That's the point I'm making. She talk about forgiveness. She don't understand. Say Anthony was already going in with Shayla thing already. It's like people forget this. The funny thing is, I love this Brandy. She didn't even know. Anthony didn't even know she was cheating. So if you say a karma of whatever it is before he was cheating. So in other words, they were just two cheaters. That's the truth. So all our thing right now to me is just a bunch of nonsense. Too much foolishness. Amber does not know. This is my take on this right now. Amber does not know why she for if she has forgiven Anthony. Well, I shouldn't say if. Why? She don't know why she do it. Why she has forgiven forgiven Anthony. That is my take. She don't know why. She don't know why she forgive him. One for yes and two for no. All right, Charmin, hold on, Charmin, where's the Charmin? Hold on, Charmin, challenge me. Charmin, so you keep saying, let go and let God. So maybe we just need to let God do his work. You know what, Charmin? Fair and square. Only longer say nothing. Tell you what, guys. That's the comment I'm going to leave with today. I'm going to let go and let God up this skit tonight. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Have a wonderful night. I'm going to talk to y'all soon.